Hello guys, it's Kathy. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Valentine's Day. You guys, I hope you're having an awesome Valentine's Day. Um I am back here because I had told you that I was going to get a little bit more personal with you guys and I was going to share the story of how my husband and I met. So I just wanted to go ahead and do that for you guys. So you get to, know me a little bit more and know more about my husband and I and how we came to be husband and wife. um, we actually met when we were kids. We have been, we've actually known each other for many, many, many years. When we were kids, we were neighbors. We lived in the same neighborhood. So, and we went to the same school. He was a year older than me. Well, he is a year older than me. Or 2 years. He's either a year older than me. He's 1 year older than me because I'm born in 77 and he's born in 76. So, I was in like 6th grade and he was in 7th grade. And when we were kids, I was like 10. I remember I was 10 years old or maybe younger. Maybe around 10. I think I was around 10. And he would send me love letters. He would send me love letters with his little brother. He would write me a note, in like a piece of paper. He would write me a note and send it to me with his younger brother. He would be like, bring this to Kathy, whatever. And he would run over to wherever I was playing because we lived in a neighborhood where we had like this little area, like a little park where you could go and play with your neighbors. So at that time we had no tablet. So we actually spent time playing outside with friends. And this is back when I was in Chile, when I was a little girl. I have been living in the States for this past 20 years. And so when I was a kid, I was in Chile with my family. So we lived in the same neighborhood and we would go play with friends at this park. It was part of the neighborhood. So he would send me the love letter with his brother. And I would respond to the letter because it was so much fun, of course, getting a letter. And he would put like a lot of cologne in the letter and it would smell like, a guy's cologne. And he would send me like little gifts and stuff like that. But we never actually talked to each other. Never, ever. It was just letters. He would send me something and I would send him a little note back with his brother. He would say that that he liked me, and I would say that I like him back and whatever, but that was it. So that happened for like a few weeks and then nothing else. And we were young. I was 10 and he was 11 and nothing happened. We never held hands. We never kissed. Nothing. We didn't even talk in person. We would just look at each other from afar. So, and then we, went separate ways. I went to high school and he went to a different high school. Had a boyfriend for many years. He dated somebody else and we never saw each other again. And after a while, many, many, many years, when I was already here, I had my oldest son, Adolfo, and I was separated from my ex-husband at that time. And my classmates from the same elementary school that we used to go together, they created a group of classmates. And in that group of classmates, we had a friend in common. And I, of course, accepted the friend request from this classmate. And I was looking in his list of friends and I saw him. And I'm like, this is Francisco. This is the guy that used to send me love letters. So I sent him a friend request, I think. and I was already living by myself. You know, I had moved out of the house. We were separated with my ex. And I sent him a friend request, and he responded. He sent me a message, and he says to me in the message, "Oh, you are my first love. You're Kathy, my first love." And I'm like, and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing? Where are you?" And blah, blah, blah. I've been looking for you on Facebook. And my Facebook account was private, so he couldn't find me. And I'm like, "Oh, I live in the United States now, and I've been married and separated, and I have a child, blah, blah, blah." And he was single. And he had broken up with a girlfriend recently, I think. And we started talking to each other. Through Messenger, we could talk till like for hours on Messenger. And one day I said to him, "We should talk on the phone because I want to, listen to your voice and whatever." This was like after a month of just Messenger. And he said, "Oh, yeah," but he was so nervous. He didn't want to do it. But we females, we are like so pushy. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to give you a call so we can talk on the phone." And I call him, and we were talking for like a half hour. And then after a while, we developed our relationship, like a long distance relationship. And I had to go to Chile to visit my grandmother. At that time, she was alive, and she was super sick, and she was going to have surgery. So I got myself a plane ticket, and I flew all the way there, and we saw each other. And I said to him, "I'm going to be traveling soon to visit my grandmother who's having surgery." And he says, "Oh, okay, so when you're here, let me know, and we can have a date and whatever." And he invited me over to his apartment. He used to live alone. He had this apartment, like a bachelor pad, and he had this nice wine and dinner for me, all prepared nicely. And we started talking, and all of a sudden we started dating. And after many years, we dated for like 3 years. And he asked me to marry him. And, I said to him, if my son, Adolfo at that time, he was little, if my son likes you, if he agrees for me to marry you, then I will marry you, because for me, as a mom, I already had a kid. For me, my kids, I don't know if this is going to offend someone, but to me as a mom, my kids are always going to be first and foremost. I mean, I love my husband, but my kids are always first. And at that time, my son Adolfo, he was used to mommy being separated, being alone, and he already had a father, and I didn't know how he was going to take this, his mom getting married again. So I said to him, if my son agrees, if he likes you, then we have a chance. Then we'll get married. If not, sorry, we can't, So my son met him, and he loved him. They get along very well. So we get married. And then because we got married in Chile, we had to do all the paperwork for him to come here a year later. So we were married, but we were apart until all the paperwork, came through, and then he came here. And it was when we met the first time as adults, when he invited me over to his apartment. That was the first time that we talked in person and everything. And I think it was love at first sight, because we fell in love with each other. We had a long distance relationship where we saw each other once in person for like a month, and we talked via Skype and Messenger or whatever, like for years until we got married. So he's a great husband, and he's a great father to both of my kids. My oldest son loves him and respects him, and it was wonderful. Now we're happily married. We have a kid, and we both love, and I'm so happy and so grateful to have reconnected with him as an adult. And we have a nice love story to share with our son when he's older. You know, we used to like each other as kids, and we found each other again as an adult. And our relationship flourished. And now we have a baby. So it was super sweet, and I'm so super excited to share this with you guys. My husband also, Francisco, he used to smoke. He used to smoke a lot. He used to smoke easily, I think, 2 or 3 packs of cigarettes a day. And when he told me that he wanted to get married, I said to him, if you want to be around my child, my oldest son, Adolfo, this was like an ultimatum that I gave him. I said to him, if you want to marry me and if you want to be around my kid as a father figure, you need to be a role model, and you need to stop smoking and drinking. Because neither my ex-husband or I or myself, we don't drink. We are not heavy drinkers or anything. So I said to him, in fact, we both exercise. We're both marathon runners. So I said to him, if you want to be around my kid, you can't really drink heavily or get drunk. I don't ever want him to see you drunk. And I don't want you smoking in front of him 3 packs of cigarettes a day. So if you want to have a family, you need to be a great role model, and you need to quit all those things. And he quit smoking and drinking, and he still doesn't smoke or drink. So he's a great guy, you guys. I am so blessed. I am so happy that I have him in my life. He's a great supporter. If I'm here making videos now and uploading videos in YouTube, is because I have his full support, and he is the one that buys me the ring light and the microphone, and he is the one that wants to buy me a $1,000 camera so I can get, better quality videos. He is the one that is, pushing me and supporting me every step of the way. So I am so blessed that I have him in my life, and I love him so much. So yeah, you guys, that's my story. We loved each other, quote unquote. I mean, I don't know, we were kids, but we used to send love letters as kids, and then now we're married. So love happens, and it was fun. I'm so excited. So you guys, I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble here. I hope you were able to listen to the story. I think it was such a sweet story. If you have questions, type them down below. I will answer your question. I don't want to make this video too long. I'll add maybe a few pictures at the end of a trip that we did when we were dating. We went to Argentina, and I have some pictures that I can share with you when we were much younger, and some pictures of our wedding. So I'll add those at the end so you can see those. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining my family. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye.